Good morning, my sweet friends. Welcome back. It is Wednesday today. It's my first time picking up the camera this week. I finished my vlog last week on Thursday, and at the end of last week's vlog, I was kind of saying I was feeling a bit sick, a bit tired, and unfortunately, that was just the beginning of what was to come. I have been, just sick the last 5 days or so, and I'm really over it in the sense of I'm so sick of feeling this way. Unfortunately, I am still sick. I think I feel a little bit better than what I've been feeling over the past few days. I think I'm hopefully on the way up. I caught my cold from Liam, and Liam seems to be doing better, so I'm hoping that I'm a couple days behind him and I'm just gonna follow his trajectory, But this morning I woke up and I was like, I am so done with just sitting and doing nothing and trying to rest, because obviously I've been trying to rest to get over this sickness, but I just have things that I need to do, and life goes on. So I've decided today that I'm just gonna, I don't know if this is a terrible idea. I was just I'm not sick anymore. I'm just gonna have the mentality that I'm not sick, and I'm just gonna try and actually live my life. So I'm putting on makeup for the first time in almost a week. I'm gonna try and make myself feel a little bit more presentable, I guess. And I'm gonna try and do a couple things. I'm gonna try and not push myself too hard, because obviously I don't want to make myself worse. I'm still gonna try and take things slow, but I want to try and leave the house today. I want to try and tick a couple things off my to-do list, because things just need to be done, I can't just sit and do nothing forever. And at this point it feels like I'm just gonna be sick forever, so I'm just gonna start trying to get back into normal life a little bit. So that's what the plan is today. I really badly need to go grocery shopping because I haven't left the house in days and we don't have any food anymore, and I obviously need to eat, so we are gonna try and tackle that today. Also, my appetite being sick has just been so whacked out. I really just haven't been feeling hungry, and it's really bad because I feel like I forget to eat, and then I feel like my energy levels are even lower than normal because I'm not fueling my body. So I'm trying really hard to remember to eat some good meals. I don't even know if I mentioned it. I literally just have a cold. It's nothing serious at all. No sinus infection, no COVID, no flu. Just a cold, just a blocked nose, a sore throat, and low energy, just extremely low energy. I don't remember the last time I've felt this tired. I've been going to sleep at 7 or 8 every single night, and a lot of days I've been waking up at 7 a.m. so sleeping for almost 12 hours every single night for the past maybe 5 days or so. What else do I want to get done today? I need to complete a passport application, which is exciting. I haven't really done much travel in my life, which I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that, but there are some places I would like to go and some things I would like to see. So we're gonna start, I guess, working towards that. And my last passport expired in 2020, so I need to renew that with my new last name since getting married. I also need to call the bank. Super fun, exciting stuff, I know. I also just finished the reappearance of Rachel Price this morning, and I really enjoyed it. I forgot to put blush on. I haven't really put on powder yet properly, so let's just add a little bit. I've been using this MCO Beauty one I'm obsessed with. I shared it on Instagram. What is this actual thing called? Babyface Multi-Use Cream Stick. It looks like this in the color Lulu. It's a bit of a plummy kind of shade, and I love it because we're in autumn right now here in Australia, and so I feel like a darker blush is just such a vibe. Anyway, like I said, I finished the reappearance of Rachel Price this morning. It was pretty good. I definitely don't think it was 5 stars. The whole time I was I just need to know what the answers to these mysteries are. What is going on here? What happened to Rachel Price? I need to know. And when it was revealed, I was it made sense the way it all happened, but I didn't guess it, but it wasn't oh my gosh, no way. It was kind of oh, okay. So I don't know how I feel about it. It was definitely, in my opinion, way too long for a mystery. I think it's 450 pages, but it felt like 450 pages. I feel like sometimes you can read a book and you're oh, it was kind of long, but it didn't feel that long. It felt long. It just dragged on, and the whole time I think maybe it was even more exaggerated because I was I want to know so badly what is going on. I need to know what is going on, and so it just felt like it took forever to get there, but I did still like it. I think it's 4 stars or something. It was really good. I really like Holly Jackson. I feel like her books are so bingeable. I've also been watching Alone, like the reality TV show Alone, and it is so fascinating to me. I love it, which is so bizarre because I've been camping like 3 times in my entire life. Like, I don't know anything about like survival skills or like I don't know, nature. If you don't know, Alone is this reality TV show where they get 10 people and they drop them basically not in the middle of nowhere. They're all in different locations. I watched one season where it was it the Arctic? I can't remember now. I watched one of the US seasons, but Liam and I started watching the Australian version while we were both sick over the weekend. So I'm watching season 1 by myself, and that one is filmed in Tasmania, kind of like rainforest vibes, in the bush, I guess. And then season 2 of the Australian one, which Liam and I are watching together, is in New Zealand. But yeah, they find 10 people. A lot of them are like survival experts or like work in that kind of field generally. Like there's some biologists. I think there's a I forgot his actual title. It's like a long word. Aqua something. He works with fish. Anyway, they drop them all out there. They get to bring 10 personal items each. So they often choose things like a sleeping bag, fishing hooks, maybe like an axe or a saw, maybe some sort of tools, lots of different things. And they are out there alone and they have to build a shelter and they have to feed themselves. So like catch fish or catch wild animals to eat, but they can tap out at any time. So they have a satellite phone with them. And if at any point they're like, I can't do this anymore, whether they get too hungry or they just want to go home for any sort of reason, I guess, they can call this phone and they get picked up. And the last person out there, so like last man standing, wins $250,000 in the Australian one. I can't remember if it's different in the other seasons. It's really fascinating watching them survive and the things they do and the things they learn. They also have medics go and check on them every so often to make sure they're not like losing too much weight or they're not getting sick or anything like that. So they do get like pulled out if they are not fit enough to continue medically. And they're also filming themselves, like it's like vlogging, because they don't have a camera crew out there with them. They just get given a bunch of camera equipment and they have to film everything themselves. And even though they're all like the 10 people are all dropped out there, they're all dropped in different locations, so they can't communicate with each other at all. So they're all completely alone, which is like the whole point of the challenge. You have to survive alone. It's just so interesting. I really love watching it. I feel like this is going to be a very chatty vlog because I'm not doing anything too crazy. Actually, I am going to a musical tonight, which I'm really excited for, at QPAC, going to see Beauty and the Beast. I actually cannot wait. I'm hoping I don't fall asleep in the show because this will be like the latest I've stayed up in like a week going to this show because it starts at 7 and I've been falling asleep at like 7, so I'm kind of nervous for that. Liam was like, are you actually even gonna be able to stay awake? And I was like, oh, surely I'll be so fine, but I guess we'll see. Okay, let's start our day and be productive, at least a little bit. Okay, first on the list, maybe we'll sort out my bank cards. I've been avoiding doing this, but I need to do it. How do I even do this? First task in the process of being done. I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. Next task, passport application. Start of my application is done. I'll need to go get some passport photos printed at some point, but I don't think that'll be a today job. Also, while doing that, finish sorting out stuff with the bank, which is stunning. 2 tasks done. I need to also book a doctor's appointment, hot dog, which I'm pretty sure I can do online, which is gorgeous. Oh, she has literally appointments available today. No, can I do tomorrow? I'm not mentally prepared for that. Tomorrow, 9:15. Slay! Okay, that's done as well. This is crazy stuff. Imagine putting off all of these things for them to be not even that hard. I really thought all of that stuff was going to take me so much longer. So that is a huge slay. Guys, I'm also so excited. I just finished well, actually, I haven't finished it because I need to weave in my one end. But I made a Mother's Day gift for my mum. Because it's Mother's Day on Sunday. I made my first ever scarf. This is what it looks like. In my last vlog, I showed that I bought this yarn. I like almost finished the cake, but not quite. But this is the scarf that I made for my mum. I hope she likes it. She's going to Ireland soon, so I thought it could be a cute little, I don't know, just something nice for her to take with her and keep her warm. And it's really fluffy. Such a fun yarn to work with. I've never worked with a fluffy yarn before. Have I? I've worked with like velvety kind of yarn a little tiny bit, but barely. It's definitely not perfect. Like when I finish it, I'm like, oh, it's, yeah, look, I wouldn't want to like sell it or something, but that's also not the goal. And I feel like my mum will still love it, I hope. But I'm really excited to give that to her because I don't know, I feel like it's just so fun to give her something that I made myself, you know? Anyway, I need to make some breakfast. It is 11 a.m, but I forgot. I think I'm gonna make myself some oats. I feel like I get food envy. Like when we went away to our little mountain getaway, Soph was having oats every morning, and George, I think she said that she's back on her oats bandwagon again as well. And tell me why. I was like, okay, them just saying that has made me crave making oats. So now that's what I'm doing. It's so true what they say about your friends are like the real influencers. I need to take my medication. I forget every single day. I keep it in this drawer right here because this is our like cutlery drawer. And I'm gonna go in this drawer at least once a day because I have found if I don't put my medication somewhere where like I have to see it, I forget about it. I have been taking this medication every day for 6 months. You would think by now I would remember to take it. No, I forgot. Do you like your oats runny or is it cakey? I guess the opposite of that. I hate runny oats. I also got some new protein powder. Not sponsored. This is the Macromike Premium Almond Protein in Vanilla Buttercream. I used to use this all the time and I just haven't really had protein for a little bit. I also love the My Protein Vanilla one. What else do I like? Those are probably my two favorites. I just got this one because you can buy it at Coles. So it makes it really easy because you don't have to order it online. But I'll probably, I mean, this is a small bag, so I'll have to order something online sometime soon. I feel like for a while I was putting so much pressure on myself to make good vlogs, and by that I just mean there's like a bit of a formula you want to follow sometimes. Like you don't want too many chatty clips, you don't want too many montage clips, you want to like break it up with different things, and I don't know. I had put this like pressure on myself to make it very like specific, and then I was like, why am I doing this? Because whenever I watch other people's vlogs, I don't care if it has too many montages or too much chatting. Like I love watching a chatty vlog. And so I feel like I kind of just recently have stopped really caring about that. Obviously I want to create good content, but I don't feel like that criteria of like you have to do this and then have to do that is actually what makes a good vlog. I feel like a good vlog is just like, if I'm having fun vlogging, then it's a good vlog, you know? And I feel like most people probably wouldn't even notice a difference. Like they're probably just like, oh, you're just like, you know, uploading vlogs. And I'm like, yeah. But to me, I'm like, oh, this is so much nicer now that I've taken the pressure off myself. Yum, that looks delicioso. One of the jobs I have been wanting to do for so long and just like haven't got around to doing is reorganizing our pantry. This is our pantry. It's definitely not huge, but it honestly is like fine for us. Like we haven't had any issues with like space. It's just disorganized. And one thing about me is I hate a disorganized space. When we moved in, I like roughly organized it. Like I put things in a neat way, but we've lived here a little over 2 months. And I feel like now I kind of know what sort of system I want going on in here. And this is currently just like not working. So I'm going to take everything out, give it a little clean and put everything back in a much better way. And since I want to go grocery shopping today, I'm thinking if I do this now, I can work out if there's any other containers or storage things that I want to get from Kmart or something while I'm already out later. And we can kind of do 2 birds, 1 stone situation. That's an awful saying, isn't it? Regardless, let's get started. Baking supplies, not even baking, like cake decorating type things, like food coloring and piping bags, cupcake pans, sprinkles, stuff like that. I don't use this very often at all, so that can go right at the back. Done, 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 done. Just have to do these 2 shelves, which are mostly just like ingredients, like baking things, pasta, oats, things like that. And I think this is the area where I may need to get some new containers to store things a bit better, but we'll see how we go. Finished with the pantry for now. Like I mentioned, I need to go out and do some grocery shopping and also grab a few more containers to store some things. So I'll do that in a sec, but we're all done with the actual organization. I also got rid of quite a few things that were out of date. Also, my nose is so red because I've been blowing my nose so much, so sorry. But yeah, it was nice to like clear out everything that was out of date. Definitely recommend if you haven't done it in a while, because I was surprised at how much was out of date. It was actually sad. But as for a little tour, we just have some trays and one of our pots down the bottom, just because they don't fit in any of our other cupboards or drawers. They just are too tall. Then on the next shelf we have a little shelf from Kmart to store onions and usually like sweet potato stuff like that. We just don't have any right now. Then we have a bin for little treats and a bin for snacks. Then on the next shelf up we have a bin for like supplements, so we have our greens, protein, stuff like that. And then in this bin we have just like tea and coffees, and behind there we have baking stuff, and then aluminium foil, baking paper and cling wrap right up the back. I would love a better storage solution for them, but I don't know where to put them because we don't really have any drawer space, so I don't really know where the best place to put them is, but they're fine there for now. Then going up we have a bin for cans and a bin for dinner related items like pasta baked sauces and things, some tortillas on the side, and right up the back I've just put some spreads like honey and peanut butter and stuff that just don't have anywhere else to go, but we don't really use them very often, so they're okay back there. Then we have quick oats, rolled oats, pasta, and then up the top we just have rice there for now, but I'm gonna put all of our flours and sugars up there when I replace them. But right now they need containers slash had to get rid of them because they were out of date, but I'm pretty happy with that. Now I just need to tidy up the rest of the kitchen because there's just stuff everywhere. Time to go grocery shopping. My keys are upstairs. I don't think I've driven anywhere in like a week. I've been out like a couple times, but Liam has driven. Where even are my keys? Found them. I am feeling so good now. I came home, washed out all the new containers and put all the ingredients away, and now the pantry is complete. I'll probably add some labels, but everything else is done. All of the baking supplies up there are fresh and not out of date anymore, and everything is just organized. I feel so much better about this. This was bothering me so much. It was just one of those tasks that I really wanted to do but haven't had the energy to do, and I'm not gonna lie, feel a little bit like wiped it out of me. It's 2 p.m. now. I'm gonna have something to eat, and then I honestly might make myself a coffee. I wouldn't normally at this time, but because I'm going out tonight, I just really need the energy, I think.
And at 5 a.m. I still use so long to leave her, so this is gonna take 4 a.m. in the morning. It's like, oh,
this is my outfit. This is terrible lighting, but I'm just wearing this really cutie little 2-piece set. It's like a top and a skirt from Petal & Pup. I was planning on wearing something else, and I like had mentally planned it, but I didn't like it when I put it on for this occasion. It was a good outfit, but yeah, just not the vibe for a theater, you know? And then just like some really comfy nude heels because I am a wimp who cannot walk in uncomfortable shoes. And then I just have my, is it Pauline or Pauline? I've heard people say it both ways, so I actually don't know. This little bag, and then my trench coat. So, time for dinner and a show. Good morning guys, it's the next morning. Beauty and the Beast last night was truly amazing. Like so freaking good. I had the best time ever. I feel like I was just smiling the entire time. I'm just getting my shoes because I think I'm gonna go on a walk. But yeah, I literally loved it so much. But yeah, it was an incredible show. Probably my favorite show I've ever seen. I haven't seen like that many, but it was just amazing. Like the dancing, the costumes, the set design, they had all these like lights and like special effects. It was just so good. If you get a chance to go see it, I would highly recommend. But I'm just getting ready to go on a walk. I haven't been on a walk in so long because I was sick, and I'm so excited to go on a walk today. The sun is shining and I have just been craving a walk outside for the longest time, and I finally feel well enough to do it. I don't feel like I'm like 100% better yet, but I'm on my way. I also had my telehealth doctor's appointment this morning. I literally like just got off the phone call just then, and I'm like sweating because I was just like so nervous. I always get so nervous before appointments, but it was fine. It was literally maybe less than 10 minutes. Like it was so easy because I was just getting things like updated and renewed, like my prescription and referrals and things. So it was so easy. I do have to go in and get a pap smear in the next month or so, which is just, I have been avoiding it. I have, which I know is terrible, but I've got to do it, but not today. For now, walk. Alrighty, besties. I'm heading to drop some books off at my friend's place. She asked to borrow some books and she was like, whatever you recommend. So I'm taking her The Wishing Game, When in Rome, and Leota's Garden by Francine Rivers. I actually haven't read this one yet, but I feel like she will like it. And then after that, we're heading straight to the Gold Coast. Skay's getting married tomorrow, so we're staying in a hotel for the next 2 nights. So we're gonna do all of that.
Caught Rach reads in her natural habitat. Ooh. Oh. Izzy's on the close and night shift.
We checked in. We went and got dinner at...
What's going on over there?
No, honestly, I love shower cap.
She's prepared.
Kelly had jellies with it.
Okay. We went out for dinner and at... I'm gone.
We went out for dinner at Noodle. We took Izzy for the first time.
Yeah, what do you give it out of 10?
I reckon like a solid 9 out of 10.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
you heard it here first. And then we walked on down to Yochi. Perfect.
I haven't had Yoshi in forever.
Did you enjoy?
Yeah, I'm not like a huge,
Yeah.
huge like ice cream, frozen yogurt girly.
Is your ideal dessert just chocolate?
I love like a brownie or like a warm brownie or like an apple crumble or a cheesecake. Vanilla slice, custard tart. That's slices. I don't know. I like a lot of other things. Just don't love. I like ice cream like on a warm, freshly baked.
Yeah, you're giving baked good.
Baked good.
Oh.
The door in our hotel, the bathroom door, it's not like broken necessarily, but it is
like
clunky
of some sort.
It's like when you move it.
Sounds awful.
It does. Oh my gosh, guys, guess what Georgia is reading? Georgia.
Who's Georgia?
Georgina. She's doing it. How good.
She's doing it.
So you're about maybe 20% into Crown of Midnight. So obviously you've read the first book. What are your thoughts of the series so far?
I'm enjoying. I like can't tell if I'm like loving it or I'm loving it even more because it's like hyped. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
It's hyped and I'm like, I'm so excited to finally be reading
Be
it.
a
Like
part
it's
of the
so
community.
good. But I'm like, is it? Like I'm trying to be realistic with myself. But I think it is.
You're only at the start too.
Yeah.
Who are your favourite characters?
I love Selena. It's a given, I feel. I'm team Kale. How do you say?
Kale.
Oh.
What were you saying Cole? You were saying Cole before.
I read Cole in
and
my
I
head.
had to inform her.
Yeah, I can't read Kale. Like, I can't do it.
Right.
My brain won't allow it.
Yeah.
But I think my favourite character is actually Loki, either the, I don't know what her name is, but her, like, the lady who, like, dresses her, like, her maid.
Yes. What is her name?
I don't know.
I was going to say Alice, but that's Akatar, isn't it?
Well, I've got, like, Pip in my head just from...
Okay.
Like, isn't that Beauty and the Beast? What's the teacup?
I can't remember her. Oh, Mrs. Chip.
Mrs. Chip.
No, Chip is a little
Yeah.
one, but Mrs. Potts.
Potts. I've like
Oh,
got
Potts.
Mrs. Potts in my head. Fleetfoot.
Philippa?
Yeah.
Fleetfoot. I always said if I ever get a dog, I'll
Aww.
give his middle name will be Fleetfoot.
Fleetfoot. I think it's so cute.
Yeah, Philippa.
Oh, I love Kale and his little nudgy elbows. Nudgy elbows. The maid and also Princess Nehemia. I have a big fat crush on her. I love her attitude. She's a princess, but a little feisty.
Yeah.
I love her. And the fan art you sent me, I was like, gobsmacked.
I like sent her a photo of a few of the main characters. Or not photo. Fan art of some of the main
Photo I
characters.
took myself.
So that she could visualize.
Yeah. I really needed to see the difference between Dorian and Cole.
I feel like in my brain, Kale is like rough, buff. What's not the rhyming word?
Yeah, so they mean the same
A
thing.
bit like scruffy almost.
Yeah.
What's
and
that
like,
word when you have like a man that's a bit scruffy?
I don't want to say grungy, but that's not.
There's like a word for it and I can't think of it right now. And Dorian is more like pretty boy,
Yeah.
clean cut.
To be fair, like the photos you sent me, it was like pretty close. Like that's pretty much what I imagined.
Yeah. There were some photos where they looked really similar. Or like some fan art where
So,
they looked much more similar.
Without knowing them as characters,
Yeah.
you saw them walking down the street. Which one would you say is more attractive? Or your
Probably
type?
Kale.
Yeah.
But I'm a Dorian girl, personally. This is a little fan art that I sent George. Selena, Nehemia, Dorian, Kale.
Now when I say Kale, I think I'm like wrong. My brain, I can't handle it.
K-all.
Cool. I'm excited for like things like actually it's happening.
That's one of my least favorite books
Ah.
in the series.
I think so said she left it.
Yeah, a lot of people really love that. I think Sarah really loves that one. I feel like that book and Assassin's Blade are my least favorites.
Is Assassin's Blade next?
Oh my god.
Sheesh. There's not a cloud in the sky.
Woohoo! Look how good the weather is. There's forecast to rain and there's not a cloud in the sky. No rain for Skye. Thank you very much.
I can't really taste them.
Trying my first strawberry matcha. That's so yummy.
That is delicious.
I love the strawberry. Do you remember that time when we went to your house, Izzy, and we found you all like,
Let's smell it. No!
no!
Top leg container.
Yeah.
Do you remember that party?
I remember got kicked out because he was jumping off the roof. Was there a jumping castle at hers?
Yeah, there was.
Oh my gosh, this is a throwback.
This is grade 7.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hello my friends, it is a little after midnight. We got home from the wedding and we're staying at the Dorset, which is attached to the Star on the Gold Coast. And if you know the Star, it's like a casino, there's like restaurants, bars, all types of stuff on the location. And the rest of the girls wanted to continue their night out, you know, like there was so much to do here. And I was like, love that for you, but I'm gonna take myself to bed. So took myself back to the hotel room, just had a shower, washed my face, got into my pajamas. I feel so good and I'm so exhausted. I had the best night at Skye's wedding. Like it was such a beautiful day. She literally looked like a princess. She looked so beautiful and the whole day was just like gorgeous. Like the decorations, the flowers, the bridesmaids, like everything just turned out perfectly. The venue was gorgeous. There was a little bit of rain, but it was literally forecast to storm like all day and there ended up being barely any sort of showering and stuff, so that was so good. I'm so glad that she got a mostly sunny day, and of course we just had so much fun on the dance floor. Like it was just such a fun day, such a fun night, but I am just so exhausted. Respect for the girlies that are still going because I just don't have it in me, but I am going to probably read and just head to bed, and then tomorrow morning I'll be heading back to Brisbane, so I'll see you guys then. It's actually now Sunday and I didn't vlog yesterday because I did nothing interesting, and I didn't vlog today because I've done nothing interesting. And I kept being like, oh yeah, I'll pick up the vlog. I'll pick up the vlog later when I'm like actually doing something interesting. And then I thought about it and I was like, I am not doing anything interesting for the rest of the weekend. So I think I'm just gonna end the vlog here. I will say, update, I think I'm not sick anymore, and that feels so good to say. I think I'm like 100% better now. It feels so good to breathe through my nose and to walk down the stairs and not be out of breath. Crazy updates from me. I hope you guys enjoyed spending the week with me, or like half the week, I guess. I hope you all had a fantastic week, and I guess I'll just see you guys in my next video very soon. Goodbye.